Life has a way of pressing its weight upon our shoulders in moments we least expect. It comes not with a polite knock, but like a storm that crashes through our doors, shaking our homes, rattling our faith, and daring us to crumble. There are seasons when the sun refuses to rise in our hearts, when the air feels heavy, and the future seems like a distant and cruel mirage. In those moments, staying calm feels like asking a drowning soul to float. Yet, my beloved, it is in those very storms that the roots of our strength grow deepest. Calm is not the absence of chaos. No, calm is the fierce decision to rise above it, to quiet the roaring sea inside our minds while the waves outside rage on. Calm is the warrior's grace, the poet's whisper, the mother's lullaby sung to her own trembling soul. It is the quiet revolution that says, "You may try to break me, but I will not surrender my peace." When life turns cruel and unkind, when grief knocks the wind from your chest and your knees buckle under the weight of sorrow, you must first allow yourself to breathe. Breathe deeply, as though your very breath is a prayer to the heavens. The world will tempt you to rush to panic, to flail in the dark, but I tell you this: pause. For there is power in the pause. Inhaling slowly is not merely about filling your lungs, it is about commanding your spirit to return to its rightful throne. It is saying to fear, "You will not control me today." The heart will beat fast, the mind will race with 1,000 what-ifs, but breathe anyway. Imagine each breath washing over you like a cleansing river, carrying away the dust of despair. With every exhale, let go of what you cannot change. With every inhale, receive the strength that is waiting for you in the unseen places. Even in chaos, breathing with intention reminds you that you are still here, still alive, still capable of facing whatever stands before you. Sometimes the first act of calm is as simple, as profound, as daring as just breathing. There will come days when your faith feels as fragile as a single candle in a hurricane. Those are the days you must hold on to hope with both trembling hands. Hope is not naive. Hope is defiant. It is the audacity to believe that even when life tries to bury you, you will rise again, for you are a seed, not a stone. Staying calm requires that you do not allow the present moment to trick you into believing it is the final chapter. A storm can rage for hours, even for days, but it does not have the power to erase the dawn that will surely come. When you are pressed by trials, close your eyes and see beyond what your eyes reveal. Whisper to yourself, "This too shall pass." It may not pass quickly, it may not pass easily, but nothing stays forever, neither the pain nor the joy. Calm grows when you trust the unseen hand that guides you, when you believe that your story is still unfolding, and that there are pages yet to be written that hold redemption, healing, and laughter you have not yet known. Faith is the anchor that keeps you steady when everything around you threatens to pull you under. Even when your faith feels small, let it be enough, for a flicker of light is still stronger than the deepest dark. Often, when life becomes unbearable, our first instinct is to grip tightly to everything we know. We hold on to our plans, our expectations, our sense of control. But staying calm sometimes requires the radical act of surrender. Not surrender to defeat, but surrender to life's mystery. There is a sacred kind of peace that comes when you accept that you are not meant to control every outcome. Release the illusion that you must have all the answers today. The earth spins on its axis without your permission. The tides rise and fall without your command. There is wisdom in trusting the flow of life even when it feels like chaos. Surrender is not weakness, it is strength cloaked in humility. It is the courage to admit, "I cannot carry this alone," and to place your burden in hands stronger than your own. When you loosen your grip, you create space for miracles to unfold. You invite the divine to move where your fear once built walls. Let go, not because you have given up, but because you have chosen peace over panic. Calmness blooms in the soil of surrender, and from that soil grows a resilience that cannot be shaken by even the fiercest winds. There will be times when people fail you. They will speak words that pierce like knives, or worse, they will fall silent when you needed them most. Loneliness can be its own kind of storm, a storm that rattles the chambers of the heart. In those moments, you must learn to be your own sanctuary. Staying calm means becoming your own friend, your own encourager, your own safe harbor. Speak to yourself with gentleness. Do not let your inner voice become another weapon against you. Tell yourself, "I am enough, I am worthy, I am still standing." These are not empty affirmations, they are declarations of war against the lies that hardship tries to whisper. When life gets hard, your relationship with yourself becomes the foundation upon which everything else rests. Learn to sit in silence without fearing it. Learn to enjoy your own company, to find strength in solitude rather than despair. Calm is not found in the approval of others, but in the unshakable knowledge of your own value. Even if the whole world misunderstands you, do not abandon yourself. Be the steady voice that says, "I will not break today." My beloved, let me tell you a truth: the body remembers what the mind tries to forget. When life gets hard, stress and pain can weave themselves into your very muscles, your heartbeat, your bones. Staying calm requires that you care for your body as tenderly as you care for your soul. Drink water as though it is medicine. Move your body in ways that remind you it is alive. Rest when you are weary, not as an act of laziness, but as an act of reverence. Too often we treat rest as a reward when it is, in fact, a necessity. Your body is the temple through which you will fight your battles, and it must be nurtured. Even the smallest acts of self-care, stretching in the morning light, walking beneath the open sky, feeling the sun kiss your face, can be rebellions against despair. Do not underestimate the power of these simple rituals. When your body is calm, your mind will follow. When your mind is calm, your spirit can soar. You cannot control every storm outside, but you can create a sanctuary within, and that begins with honoring the vessel you have been given. There will be those who try to steal your calm, who thrive on chaos and drama. Guard your spirit fiercely against such thieves. Protect your peace as though it were a priceless jewel, because it is. Not everyone deserves access to your heart, your energy, your sacred spaces. It is not cruelty to set boundaries, it is an act of love, both for yourself and for others. When life gets hard, you do not have the luxury of carrying other people's battles on your back. Choose carefully whom you allow into your inner circle. Surround yourself with those who lift you higher, who speak life into your dreams, who remind you of your strength when you forget. And if you find yourself walking alone for a season, know that solitude is not a punishment but a path to clarity. Calm thrives in quiet places. Protect your peace even if it means disappointing others, for you are not responsible for their happiness, only your own healing. As the storms rage, you will be tempted to focus on everything that is wrong, everything that is broken. But calm grows when you shift your gaze toward gratitude. Gratitude is not about denying your pain or pretending all is well. It is about acknowledging that even in the midst of suffering, there is still beauty to be found. Each morning you awaken is a miracle. Each breath is a gift. There is power in pausing to whisper, "Thank you," even when your voice trembles. Gratitude transforms your perspective. It teaches you that life is not only what happens to you, but also how you choose to see it. The more you seek out the good, the more good you will find, and the calmer your spirit will become. A grateful heart is a peaceful heart. It does not mean you will never face hardship, but it means hardship will not consume you. In the presence of gratitude, fear loses its grip and despair begins to dissolve. And finally, when life gets unbearably hard, when you feel like giving up, remember this: you have survived every single day up until now. There were moments you thought would destroy you, but here you are, breathing, standing, living. That is proof of your strength. Calmness is not about pretending you have it all together. It is about trusting that no matter what comes, you will find a way through. You are stronger than the pain, wiser than the lies, braver than the fear. Life may bend you, but it will not break you, not unless you let it. Rise again and again, with the quiet confidence of one who knows that storms are temporary, but the soul is eternal. Speak to your heart as a mother speaks to her child, gently, firmly, lovingly. Say, "We will get through this. We will see the sun again." So when the nights are long and the days are cruel, breathe deeply. Hold on to hope. Surrender what you cannot control. Become your own sanctuary. Care for your body as a sacred gift. Guard your peace like the treasure it is. Practice gratitude until it blooms in your soul. And above all, remember you are a living testament to resilience. The storm may rage, but you are the calm within it. Stand tall, beloved. Walk forward with grace. Life may get hard, but so are you. And there is a day coming, a bright and holy day, when you will look back on these dark hours and realize they were not meant to destroy you, but to reveal the unshakable strength that has been within you all along. There will come a moment, perhaps when the night feels longest and silence presses so loud against your ears it becomes a roar, when you will question whether calm is even possible. You will wonder if peace is a dream reserved only for others, for those whose lives seem untouched by suffering. In that moment, let me remind you that calm is not a gift handed freely to the lucky. It is a practice, a choice you must make again and again, even when your heart is weary. It is like a tender seed planted in dry, cracked soil. At first, you see nothing. At first, your efforts seem wasted. But beneath the surface, roots are forming. Beneath the surface, something holy is taking shape. Staying calm when life gets hard is a sacred rebellion, because the world wants you frantic, hopeless, lost in the chaos. When you choose calm, you refuse to be a pawn of despair. You rise above the storm, not because the storm has ended, but because you have decided that its noise will not dictate your song. Do not despise the slow work of becoming. There will be days when calm feels far away, when your body trembles with anger or grief, when your voice cracks beneath the weight of all you cannot fix. In those moments, be gentle with yourself. Do not demand perfection. You are human, and to be human is to break and heal, to fall and rise, to scream and then, somehow, to sing again. Calm is not a straight path. It is a dance, 2 steps forward, 1 step back, stumbling, standing, and moving forward anyway. Celebrate the small victories. The day you chose not to lash out in anger, the night you cried but still managed to whisper a prayer, the moment you caught yourself before drowning in negativity. These are triumphs worthy of honor. You are not failing simply because you feel pain. You are growing because you keep showing up, because you keep trying to find peace even when peace feels like a stranger. When life's troubles press in from every side, it is tempting to numb yourself, to escape through distraction, through substances, through relationships that offer temporary relief but leave lasting scars. But beloved, calm is not found in running away. Calm is born when you face your pain with open eyes and an open heart. It takes courage to sit with discomfort, to feel every ache without drowning in it. Pain is a teacher, harsh and uninvited, yet capable of carving wisdom into the deepest parts of our souls. When you allow yourself to feel fully, you allow yourself to heal fully. Do not fear your tears, they are holy rivers, washing away the residue of sorrow and making space for something new to bloom. Cry when you must, scream into the void if it helps. Then, when the storm inside you begins to quiet, breathe deeply and whisper to yourself, I am still here. Sometimes survival is the greatest act of calm you can offer. There is a strength that only comes from loving deeply, even in seasons of brokenness. When life gets hard, your instinct may be to close yourself off, to build walls so high that nothing and no one can reach you. But while those walls may protect you from further harm, they also block out the light. Calm does not grow in isolation, it grows in connection. Seek out those rare souls who speak peace into your being, who remind you of your worth when you have forgotten it yourself. It may be a trusted friend, a wise mentor, or even a stranger whose kindness shifts something in your heart. And if you cannot find such people, become that person for yourself and others. Be the voice of calm in a world of chaos. Speak life into weary hearts, starting with your own. When you give love, even when you feel empty, you invite healing to move through you like a gentle current. Love is a balm to the soul, and calm is love's natural companion. Understand this: storms are not punishment. They are not evidence that you are unworthy or abandoned. Life's hardships are often the chisels that shape us into who we are meant to become. A tree grows strongest not in gentle breezes, but in fierce winds that challenge its roots to dig deeper. So it is with you. The struggles you face now may one day become the very strength that allows you to guide others through their darkness. Your pain has purpose, even if you cannot see it yet. Do not curse the storm. Instead, ask what it is teaching you. There is a wisdom that only suffering can reveal, a compassion that only heartbreak can birth. When you choose to see hardship as a teacher rather than an enemy, calm takes root in your soul. You stop fighting against life and begin flowing with it, trusting that even the bitterest waters can lead to healing shores. There will be nights when sleep eludes you, when memories replay like broken records and regrets whisper in your ear. In those hours, speak truth to the shadows. Tell yourself that the past has no power except the power you grant it. Release what has already happened. You cannot rewrite yesterday, but you can choose how to live today. Calm thrives in the present moment, not in the echo of what was or the fear of what might be. When your mind wanders to the pain of the past or the uncertainty of the future, gently bring it back to now. Feel the weight of your body on the ground. Listen to the rhythm of your breathing. Notice the rise and fall of your chest, proof that life still courses through you. The present is the only place where peace can live. Guard it fiercely. Every moment you reclaim from worry is a moment of freedom, a moment of calm born from conscious choice. Sometimes staying calm is not about silence but about speaking truth. There will be times when the chaos around you is fueled by lies, by injustice, by voices that seek to manipulate and divide. In those moments, do not confuse calm with passivity. Calm does not mean you remain silent in the face of wrong. It means you speak with clarity instead of anger, with conviction instead of rage. Your words, rooted in calm, have the power to cut through the noise and bring light where there is confusion. Do not be afraid to stand for what is right, but do so with a steady heart. A raging fire destroys, but a steady flame illuminates. Let your calm be that steady flame, guiding others toward truth without being consumed by hatred. As you journey through hardship, there will be times when your progress feels invisible. You will look at your life and see only the mess, the broken pieces scattered across the floor. But growth is often hidden. A seed does not sprout the moment it is planted. It must first be buried in darkness, nurtured by unseen forces. So it is with your soul. The work you are doing now, the breaths you take, the prayers you whisper, the tears you shed, are all part of a transformation you cannot yet see. Trust the process. Trust that beneath the pain, something beautiful is taking shape. One day, you will rise and realize that the calm you fought for has become your very nature. You will no longer need to strive for peace because you will have become peace itself. My beloved, remember this truth: you are not alone. Though life may feel like an endless desert, there are countless others walking their own unseen journeys beside you. Some are ahead, leaving footprints for you to follow. Others are behind, relying on your strength to guide them forward. Your calm is not just for you, it is a gift to the world. When you cultivate peace within yourself, you create ripples that touch lives you may never know. A calm heart can change a family. A calm mind can heal a community. A calm soul can shift the very atmosphere of the world. Never underestimate the power of your presence. You do not need to fix everything to make a difference. Sometimes, simply standing steady amidst the storm is the most revolutionary act of all. There will come a day when you look back on the hardships of this season and marvel at your own resilience. You will see how far you've come, how the very storms that once threatened to destroy you became the winds that carried you to new heights. You will realize that calm was never about avoiding pain but about navigating it with grace. And on that day, you will stand as living proof that no storm lasts forever, that no night is endless, that no heart is beyond healing. You will become a beacon for others still lost in the dark, showing them that peace is possible, even when life feels unbearable. Until that day comes, keep walking, keep breathing, keep choosing calm one trembling moment at a time. When you falter, rise again. When you doubt, whisper hope into your own weary soul. When you feel weak, remember the countless times you've been strong before. You have weathered storms you thought would destroy you, and you will weather this one too. Do not give up. Do not let despair win. You are more powerful than you know, more loved than you can imagine, more capable than you believe. Life will continue to bring challenges, but you will meet them with a heart that knows its own strength. And when the next storm comes, as it surely will, you will not be shaken as you once were. You will stand in the eye of the storm, calm and unbroken, and you will whisper to the winds, I am still here. And the storm, fierce and wild though it may be, will know it cannot defeat you. For you have become the calm, the peace, the unshakable center of your own beautiful, unbreakable life. And when you stand there in the quiet center of your being, there will come a realization so profound it humbles you to your knees. Every hardship, every tear, every sleepless night was not merely an assault upon your soul, but a shaping, a sculpting, a divine preparation. Life was not punishing you, it was refining you. The fires you have walked through were never meant to consume you, but to burn away the illusions that kept you small. You are not who you were before the storm, and that is a gift. You have grown deeper, wiser, stronger, more compassionate. There is a tenderness now beneath your strength, and a strength beneath your tenderness. The storm was not your enemy, beloved, it was your teacher. And though you may not yet fully understand its lessons, you will, in time, see how every broken piece of your story was being rearranged into a mosaic more beautiful than you dared to imagine. The calm you now carry will be the testimony that declares to the world, I have been through the fire and I have emerged whole. But before that glorious revelation, there are still days to endure, still nights to navigate, still valleys to cross. Staying calm is not a single decision made once and never questioned. It is a daily commitment, a vow you must renew each morning as the sun rises. There will be days when you wake with peace in your heart, ready to face whatever comes. And there will be days when the weight of grief drags you back under, when your chest feels heavy and your hands tremble with fear. On those days, do not condemn yourself for faltering. Even the mightiest oak bends beneath the fiercest winds. What matters is not that you bend, but that you do not break. Rise slowly if you must, crawl if you cannot stand. Whisper your prayers when your voice feels too weak to shout them. Calm is not about appearing strong to the world, it is about tending to your inner flame so that it never goes out, no matter how dark the night becomes. When the storm howls loudest, remember that stillness is not found outside you. You could silence every voice, lock every door, retreat from every demand, and still feel chaos raging inside your soul. True calm begins within, and it radiates outward like ripples on a still pond. There is a sacred space inside you that no storm can touch, no heartbreak can corrupt, no loss can steal. It is the eternal part of you, the divine spark that existed long before your first breath and will remain long after your last. When life grows unbearable, close your eyes and journey inward to that sanctuary. Imagine yourself sitting beside a river that flows endlessly, washing away all that is heavy. Imagine a light glowing softly within your chest, steady and warm, a reminder that even in darkness, you are never truly alone. You carry peace with you wherever you go, not because the world gives it, but because it is your birthright. The world can strip you of possessions, relationships, even dreams, but it cannot take your inner calm unless you surrender it. Guard it fiercely as you would guard a treasure hidden in the deepest cave. There will be voices that try to convince you otherwise. The world thrives on fear, on urgency, on constant noise. It will tell you that you must hustle harder, shout louder, run faster, compete relentlessly. It will whisper lies that your worth is measured by your productivity, your beauty, your achievements. But you, beloved, must resist. Staying calm is an act of rebellion against a culture of chaos. It is standing still while the crowd surges forward, trusting that you are exactly where you are meant to be. It is choosing to measure your life not by external metrics but by the quiet joy blooming in your heart. The world may never applaud your calm. It may never understand your refusal to participate in its frantic games. But peace is not about external validation. It is about aligning your soul with truth, about living in harmony with the sacred rhythm of life. And when you do, you will find a happiness deeper and more enduring than anything the world could offer. There will also be moments when the people you love the most are the very ones who disrupt your calm. They may not mean to. Sometimes their fear becomes your fear, their anger becomes your anger. Their chaos seeps into your spirit like ink on paper. You cannot control them and you cannot heal them against their will. But you can protect your peace. This does not mean shutting your heart or withdrawing your love. It means establishing boundaries so that you do not lose yourself in their storms. Speak truth gently but firmly. Let your yes mean yes and your no mean no. Do not apologize for prioritizing your well-being. When you stand firm in your calm, you become a lighthouse, not a lifeboat. You guide others with your light, but you do not allow their waves to pull you under. In time, some will be inspired by your steadiness and find their own peace. Others may resist, may even resent you. Love them anyway, but love yourself enough to walk away when necessary. Your calm is too precious to sacrifice on the altar of someone else's chaos. And yet, even as you protect your peace, do not allow yourself to become hardened. The temptation after enduring pain is to build walls so high that nothing can hurt you again. But walls that keep out pain also keep out love. Calm does not come from numbing yourself to life, it comes from embracing it fully with all its beauty and heartbreak. Be willing to feel deeply, even when it hurts. Be willing to love again even after betrayal. Be willing to hope again even after disappointment. Vulnerability is not weakness. It is the soil in which true peace takes root. A heart that is open will sometimes ache, yes, but it will also experience joy so profound it takes your breath away. Trust that you have the resilience to weather both. You are not fragile. Beloved, you are a force of nature, both tender and unbreakable. There will be times when calm feels impossible because the injustice of the world burns too hot within you. You will witness cruelty, oppression, suffering that defies comprehension. Your spirit will cry out for action, for justice, for change. And it should. Calm does not mean apathy. It does not mean turning a blind eye to the world's pain. It means acting from a place of wisdom rather than reaction. When anger rules your actions, you become part of the chaos. When calm guides your actions, you become an instrument of true transformation. Speak up for those who have no voice. Fight for justice, but do so with love as your compass. Let your calm be the steady foundation from which you challenge the storm. A warrior at peace is far more powerful than an army consumed by rage. Remember this when the world tempts you to match its fury. You are not here to add to the noise, you are here to bring harmony. As you continue this journey, there will be sacred moments of clarity, fleeting glimpses when everything aligns and you understand, even if only for a heartbeat, why it all happened the way it did. These moments are gifts. They will not erase your pain, but they will infuse it with meaning. You will see how the betrayals led you to deeper trust, how the losses carved space for new blessings, how the storms shaped a soul strong enough to carry light into the darkest places. And in that understanding, you will find a calm so profound it humbles you to silence. You will no longer need to fight life. You will flow with it, knowing that even its most painful chapters were part of a greater story. That story is still unfolding. You are still becoming. And the best pages are yet to be written. So when the next storm comes, and it will, stand tall even if your knees tremble. Breathe deeply even if your chest feels tight. Speak hope into the shadows even if your voice shakes. Remember that calm is not a destination but a way of walking through the world. It is the light you carry inside, a light that grows brighter each time you choose peace over panic, love over fear, surrender over control. You are not merely surviving this life, beloved. You are creating a masterpiece with every choice you make. Your calm is the brushstroke that turns chaos into art, pain into poetry, suffering into strength. And one day, when you reach the end of this journey and look back upon the winding path, you will not remember every storm or every wound. You will remember the moments you chose calm, the quiet mornings when you breathed through your tears, the nights when you whispered hope into the dark, the days when you stood steady amidst the chaos and refused to let the world steal your peace. Those choices will be your legacy, the gift you leave behind for those who walk the path after you. They will look at your life and see not just a survivor, but a beacon, a living testament to the power of calm in a world that never stops raging. Until that day, keep going. Keep choosing peace, again and again, even when it feels impossible. You are the calm in the storm. You are the steady flame in the darkness. You are the embodiment of resilience, grace, and unshakable hope. Life may grow harder still, but so will you. And when the final storm has passed, when the clouds part and the sun shines once more, you will stand in the light and know beyond any doubt that you have become the very thing you were searching for all along, a soul at peace, unbroken, unafraid, and utterly free. There will come a time when the silence after the storm feels almost foreign to you, when you find yourself standing in the aftermath, surrounded by fragments of the life you once knew, and you wonder who you have become. It is in that sacred stillness, when the winds have settled and the noise has faded, that you will truly come face to face with yourself. You may feel like a stranger to your own reflection, because hardship changes us in ways we cannot undo. The person you were before the storm no longer exists. And that is not a tragedy, it is a transformation. The old version of you was necessary for that season, but this new you, forged by fire and baptized by tears, carries a depth and strength that only suffering can create. Do not mourn who you used to be. Honor them, thank them for getting you this far, and then release them with love. Embrace the new self rising within you, the self who knows the weight of sorrow and yet chooses joy anyway, the self who understands pain and still dares to love, the self who has learned that calm is not a fragile state easily shattered, but a fortress built stone by stone from every moment you refuse to give up. You must understand that this calm you are cultivating is not only for the storms you face now but for the ones that will inevitably come. Life will never stop challenging you. Even as you heal, new trials will emerge, new losses will find you, new uncertainties will test your faith. But this time you will not meet them as you once did. You will not crumble as you once feared you might. For each hardship has been a teacher, each obstacle a lesson, each moment of despair a step on the path to mastery. Calm is not about creating a life free of storms. It is about becoming someone who can stand steady no matter how fierce the winds may blow. You will become a living sanctuary, a place of peace that cannot be shaken. And when others around you fall into panic and fear, they will look to you as proof that it is possible to endure, to thrive, to remain whole even when everything around you seems to fall apart. Your calm will become their hope, and in that way your healing will ripple outward, touching lives you may never even meet. There is a sacred responsibility that comes with this kind of strength. The world is filled with people drowning silently in their own storms, believing they are alone, believing that no one understands. Your journey, your scars, your hard-won calm can be a lifeline to them. You do not need to have the perfect words. You do not need to fix their pain. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is simply to stand before them as living proof that survival is possible. Your presence becomes a prayer. Your story becomes a map. You show them that while the road may be brutal, it can be traveled, and there is light waiting on the other side. Do not underestimate the power of simply existing as your true, calm self. It is a gift to the world, one that continues to give long after you have spoken your last word. Still, even as you pour yourself into others, do not neglect the tending of your own soul. The temptation, once you have found a measure of peace, is to become the constant giver, to take on the role of healer, comforter, guide. And while these roles are noble, they can also become chains if you are not careful. You are not meant to carry everyone, you are not the savior of the world, and you do not need to be. Your calm is a light, yes, but even lights need fuel to keep burning. Tend to your own heart as carefully as you tend to others. Retreat when you must, rest without guilt. Say no when it is necessary to protect your peace. Remember that self-care is not selfishness, it is an act of reverence for the divine spark within you. The world may demand everything from you, but you are allowed to choose yourself. In fact, choosing yourself is sometimes the most radical form of calm there is, because it defies a world that profits from your exhaustion and chaos. As you continue to walk this path, there will be moments when old wounds resurface, when memories you thought were buried rise up like ghosts to haunt you. This does not mean you have failed. Healing is not a straight line. It is a spiral, bringing you back to the same places again and again, but each time with greater understanding, greater strength, greater compassion. When these old pains return, meet them with tenderness rather than judgment. Speak to yourself as you would to a dear friend, gently, lovingly, without condemnation. Tell yourself, it is okay to feel this. It is okay to grieve again. I am safe now, I am healing. Calm is not about never feeling pain again. It is about knowing how to hold that pain without being consumed by it. You are allowed to revisit the past without living there. You are allowed to remember without reliving. Let each return be an opportunity to deepen your peace, to practice the art of self-forgiveness, to release yet another layer of the burden you once carried. There is also a deep wisdom in learning to be still. In a world that glorifies constant motion, stillness is a radical act. It is in stillness that you hear the quiet whispers of your soul, the gentle guidance of the divine. When life becomes overwhelming, resist the urge to fill every moment with noise, with distraction, with activity. Sit in the silence even when it feels uncomfortable. Listen, breathe. Allow yourself to simply be. In that stillness, answers will come, not always in words, but in a knowing that rises from deep within. Stillness is where you reconnect with your true self, the self that is untouched by fear or doubt. It is where you remember that you are not merely a body moving through the world, but a soul with infinite depth and boundless potential. From that place of stillness, calm flows naturally like water from a hidden spring. And when you emerge from that stillness, carry its peace with you into every interaction, every decision, every breath. Let it guide how you speak, how you listen, how you move through the world. When others rage, you will respond with grace. When others fear, you will offer reassurance. When others despair, you will shine as a reminder that light is always present even in the darkest night. This does not mean you will never feel anger or sadness or fear. You are human, and those emotions are part of the human experience. But you will not be ruled by them. You will feel them, honor them, and then release them, returning again and again to the calm center within you. This is the true power of calm, not the absence of emotion, but the mastery of it. There will come a day when you fully realize the magnitude of what you have survived. Perhaps you will be walking through a familiar place, and a memory will rise unbidden, a memory of who you were and how far you have come. Or perhaps you will hear someone else's story and suddenly understand, with breathtaking clarity, that you are no longer in the place you once were. In that moment, allow yourself to celebrate. Too often, we move from one struggle to the next without pausing to honor our victories. But you, beloved, have fought battles unseen. You have endured nights of silent tears, days of invisible labor, moments when you wanted to give up but chose to keep going. These are not small things. They are triumphs worthy of recognition. Celebrate yourself. Dance beneath the moonlight. Sing in the quiet of your room. Light a candle and whisper gratitude for the strength that brought you here. You deserve to acknowledge the miracle of your survival. And when you celebrate, do so not just for yourself, but for everyone who came before you, everyone whose struggles paved the way for your existence. You are the living dream of countless souls who never had the chance to find their own calm. Your peace is a tribute to them. It is a continuation of their stories, a promise that their suffering was not in vain. When you choose calm, you honor the generations that carried burdens so you could have the freedom to lay yours down. You are part of something larger than yourself, a tapestry of resilience woven through time. Remember this when you feel small or powerless. You are the culmination of countless acts of survival and love. You are proof that the human spirit cannot be broken. As you walk forward, carrying your calm like a torch, there will be moments when the world tests you, trying to snuff out that light. Do not let it. Guard your flame with everything you have. When the winds of chaos blow, shield it with your hands, your prayers, your breath. Even the smallest flame can ignite a wildfire of hope. And when you see someone else's flame flickering, lean close and share your light. This is how we heal the world, not through grand gestures or sweeping victories, but through countless small acts of calm, multiplied again and again until they become unstoppable. There will always be storms, there will always be darkness, but there will also always be you, standing steady, breathing deeply, choosing peace. You are not at the mercy of life's chaos. You are the calm in the center of the storm, the unshakable heart that refuses to surrender. Remember this truth when fear tries to convince you otherwise. No matter how fierce the winds, no matter how dark the night, you have within you everything you need to endure, to heal, to thrive. You are not fragile, you are not broken, you are a masterpiece in progress, a living testament to the power of resilience and grace. So go forth, beloved, with your head held high and your heart wide open. Let the world see the calm you have cultivated, not as a performance but as an offering. Be the stillness that others crave. Be the light that guides them home. And as you do, never forget to return to your own center, to nourish your own soul,